Hello and welcome to another ADAS calibration video. My name is Brian and I'm with SmartSafe's Technical Support and Training Group. Today we'll be calibrating the front camera on a 2022 Honda Civic Sport using our ADAS Pro Plus frame as well as our iSmart Link 801 display tablet. Now on the 2022 Honda Civic, the IDS system utilizes camera only. They have done away with radar for the 2022, so both the ACC and lane departure systems are all relying on camera now. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll get started by putting the VCI into the car's OBD2 port. Our VCI, of course, is located conveniently here in the tablet. So we'll get that inserted. And we'll go ahead and key on the vehicle to ignition 2. And we'll go ahead and make sure we turn off the headlights here. Okay, tablet's reading the VIN information. Okay, on this particular vehicle, we have to call up the location of the of this vehicle. So we're in the U.S., so we'll click U.S. Gives us back our information with our VIN and the vehicle type and year. We'll start off by doing our ADAS system scan. Start scanning. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and click on Report to establish our pre-repair. And then we'll go ahead and click on the ADAS calibration function and select the front camera calibration. Now this vehicle can also do dynamic, but for this demonstration here we're doing static, so we'll select static. And we'll select our Pro Plus calibration equipment. And we're going to get some information here indicating why we're doing the calibration, making sure our wheels are set to forward and the steering angle set to 0, tire pressure, headlamps off, etc. So we'll go ahead and hit next. So with this Honda Civic here, we'll be using the LAM 0104 targets, both the left and right. And so we'll go ahead and get into our setup steps. So we'll click Setup. And the first thing we'll do is we'll reset our calibration frame to a default state. So we'll do that now. There are 3 different adjustments we can make to zero out the frame. First is the parallel fine tuning, or we call it yaw, which is this movement of the frame. Then we have the left and right fine tuning, which is side to side. And then we have the front and rear fine tuning, or fore and aft. So I'll go ahead and zero out all those adjustments right now. So that's the yaw. And then over here, we'll go ahead and center the frame. And finally, we'll set the frame back to 0 here on the fore and aft. Let's go ahead and move on to the next step. We're going to go ahead and be doing the wheel clamp installation on the rear wheels, as well as placing the ranging panel at the front wheel hub. So we'll go ahead and get started on that next. First, we'll go ahead and place the ranging panel on the front wheel at the center of the hub. Next, we'll take the wheel clamp ranging panel and place them on the rear wheel here. This has a bubble indicator to make sure that we're level. So go ahead and tighten that on. And then we just want to make sure that this panel is perpendicular to the ground. So we'll go ahead and straighten that. And you'll want to repeat this on the driver's side as well. With our ranging panels in place, our next step is to position the frame to the vehicle, and this particular vehicle calls for a distance of 4,000 millimeters. So we'll go ahead and switch on our distance range laser here, and then we'll turn on our central laser, and we'll just position this to 4,000. Let's see here. And we'll make sure that we are centered on the vehicle. Okay. We'll go ahead and move on to our next step. We want to make sure that our frame is level, so we have bubble indicators here. I've already preset this frame so I know that it's level, but you'll want to check that when you're performing the calibration. So it's currently level. Next, we're going to turn on our range finders that point to the rear wheels. So we'll put one on each side here. That's the right side. And here's the left side. And here, all we're trying to do is equal out the value between the left and the right. That's adjusting our yaw. So we'll go ahead and use our fine-tune adjustment. All right, and we're set there. And then re-verify that we're still at 4,000 millimeters. And we'll move on to the next step. And next, we want to make sure that our frame is parallel so that we're still centered to the vehicle there. So we have another adjustment here where we can adjust the side-to-side motion of the frame. Okay. And last, we just need to adjust the height of the frame. So we'll double check all our measurements first, and then we'll go ahead and then turn on our height laser. And this vehicle calls for 1,500. So we'll go ahead and use our power lift and bring it up to 1,500. Okay, the next step is going to be to install the targets. So we'll be using again the LAM0104, both left and right. And we need to make sure that they're positioned 630 millimeters from center. So we have a scale here, and we go ahead and make that adjustment. Looks like we're actually right on there at 630. We'll check the left side, and we're good there. So we'll go ahead and install our targets here. You can see that we have the part number right on here, LAM0104-L, L being the left side or driver's side. So we'll position that over here. And we have our right side or passenger. And then we'll go ahead and make sure that we're still centered on the vehicle because we've been touching the frame. And it looks like everything's good, so we'll go ahead and press OK. And so we're ready to calibrate. So we're going to go ahead and stand behind the vehicle here. Now before we do calibration, we have to take one more measurement. And for this particular vehicle, it requires the input of the wheel arch height. So we'll take a measurement here. I've already done it, but we'll go ahead and just to show you. And you want to take this on both sides of the front wheel arches. So it's about 670 millimeters. And we're going to be inputting that value into the tablet. And we're calibrating. And we have a successful calibration. So we'll hit OK. It tells us to turn the ignition off. Would like us to turn the ignition back on. And to confirm saving the ADAS report. So we'll go ahead and select OK. We'll generate our post-repair report. And before doing that, we'll go ahead and also do a scan. To make sure that we don't have any DTC codes. And looks like we're good. So that completes the calibration steps for the 2022 Honda Civic. And we hope you find that this video was helpful and look forward to seeing you at the next one. Thank you.